All right, we're back now. We don't have Teresa, but we do have 4 board members, so we have a majority of our seats. I just want to make sure we've got Chris and Joe and Dwayne. And I'm going to ask Joe if he would to take it from here, and then Dr. Griffin, there may be some insight just in terms of letting the public know what we're voting on, and then we'll be ready to move for adjournment. So, Joe?
Okay, so I'd like for Dr. Griffin to present the recommendations he has for us to vote on.
Okay, the recommendations are that Ms. Courtney Wright would be taking over as the principal at High Brighton High School.
Okay, we have a recommendation for Courtney Wright to be the principal at High Brighton High School. I'd like to get a motion, please.
I'd like to make a motion.
Go ahead, Chris.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the recommendation for the appointment of Courtney Wright as principal of High Brighton High School.
So we have a motion.
I will second that motion.
Have a second. We have any discussion of that?
Good choice.
Okay, by sign a thumbs up or yes, do we have a vote?
Yes.
Aye. Okay. Any nays? Motion passes. Okay, Dr. Griffin, you got other recommendations?
Yes, as an item of information, because this is a transfer, is that correct, Dr. Phipps and Destin? I'd like to make the recommendation that Robert Simple be transferred into the position of Executive Director of Student Support Services.
Okay, we have a recommendation by Dr. Griffin to move Robert Simple to Executive Director of Services, Student Services. Could I get a motion?
I make the motion that we accept the recommendation for Dr. Robert Simple to move to Director of Exceptional Services.
Let me correct that, please. He'll be the Executive Director of Student Support Services.
I'm sorry, Student Support
Services. Thank you, Student Support Services.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. By saying yes, vote yes for this recommendation or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we have all yeses. Is there any no's? Motion passes.
And then finally, the last motion that we have here is to information for transferring Principal Travis Gillespie, principal at West Lenore Elementary, into the Director of Exceptional Children.
So we have a recommendation to move Travis Gillespie, principal at West Lenore Elementary, to the Director of Exceptional Children. Can I get a motion on that?
I move that we accept the recommendation to accept Travis Gillespie as the Director of Exceptional Children.
So we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second the motion.
I have a motion and a second. We'll take a vote. All those in favor say yes.
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 Any no's? Motion passes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Dr. Griffin, do you want to do the other 3 positions that we've discussed?
Yes, I can. Those are transfers and really are items of information.
Just to let the public be aware, this is not something the board has to vote on because these are transfer positions, but we want this to be in the record for the public to be aware of.
Katrina, help me with this title, if you wouldn't mind. That Randy Seldom-Ridge be transferred into the position of technology, and what goes with that?
Instructional technology and media coordinator.
Instructional technology and media coordinator. Did you hear that, Joe?
Yes. So since it's just, we don't need to do a vote for that, I don't think.
I just want it read into the record so that we have it now that we have folks back and we're out of closed session, just so they're aware.
Yes. Okay.
And then Radina Smith being transferred into the position of English language arts, and what goes with that, Katrina, coordinator?
And arts.
And arts. And then finally, that Dorothy or Dottie Hayes be transferred into the position of science and
Social studies, world
Okay.
languages, and physical education.
education. Okay. And
Again, those were, I wanted those to be read into the record so folks were aware of it. Joe, we also, before we leave, we need to make sure that we adjust the schedule calendar for Monday, which will be our board meeting at 5 o'clock, and then immediately after a recommendation for the board to approve a special public hearing with respect to Oak Hill.
Okay, so as Dr. Phipps just stated, we do have to make a change on our schedule for Monday. That is May the 11th. Is that correct? That date, the 11th?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we would move our board meeting up to 5 o'clock. And as soon as that ends, we are going to have a special public hearing for discussion of the either staying open or closure of Oak Hill Elementary School. Can I get a motion for that? To move those meetings and to change the board meeting and schedule a new meeting for the special public meeting. But let me make one more statement, because we're not sure how that public meeting will be held pending changes to what Governor Cooper puts out as how the meeting, and we will keep the public informed on how we would handle that meeting. So can we get a motion to change the meeting Monday at 5 o'clock, our regular scheduled board meeting?
I'll make a motion in our schedule as is to 5 o'clock start time for the board meeting on Monday.
So we have a motion. Can we get a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion to second to move our scheduled board meeting to 5 o'clock on Monday. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. So now, Dr. Phipps, is it a special public hearing? Is that what we should call this?
I'll formulate the language to put on the actual notice, but as I understand what the board's wanting to do on the public hearing, it's for the purpose of getting public input on whether Oak Hill School should be closed.
Okay.
And so if that is indeed what the board wants the hearing to be about, then that is what the hearing, but the actual notice of the meeting will describe the purpose for which the hearing's to be held.
So we're going to vote to say a scheduled public hearing about Oak Hill School to begin after our regular scheduled board meeting on Monday. Is that the way the motion should read? Something similar to that?
That's fine.
Okay. So what's the pleasure of the board on the motion? Someone make a motion if you choose to do so.
I'll make the motion that we have a special call meeting on Thursday, the 14th, to discuss Oak Hill.
No, it's a public hearing on Monday, the 11th.
Yeah, we need to get.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was jumping ahead.
Yeah.
We have made that motion. We made the motion already to do the board meeting and the hearing on the 11th.
And they were separated out. The only thing we've got a motion and a second and a vote on so far has been that the board meeting would be at 5 o'clock. And now we need to do the public hearing.
Right. I made it it was a separate motion just for the board meeting first. So we need one for the public hearing now.
I make a motion that we hold a public hearing on Monday, May the 11th, following the board meeting for the purpose of having input for the closing of Oak Hill School.
Thank you, Andy. There's a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
We have a second. All in favor say yes.
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 Any noes? There are none, so that motion passes. So we will have a scheduled public hearing Monday, the 11th, after our regular scheduled meeting. Now, do we need to try to go ahead and schedule a meeting for us to make a vote for the recommendation for Oak Hill School?
I'd recommend that we wait and get a sense of what feedback we have on Monday night, and then we can move forward if the board desires to schedule a meeting thereafter.
Okay, so is there any other business we need to cover on our agenda today?
No, sir.
Can I get a motion that we close our work session meeting this morning?
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Any opposed? None. Meeting's over. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys.